understand. You're the one. This is everything I've waited in my life. Nothing in this world can stop the sun from shining whenever you're around.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I'm here with a January 2022 awesome Aries horoscope. Thank you for joining me. Well, welcome to the new year. It's finally happening. Wow, things are moving forward. And if you've seen my 2022 horoscopes, you'll know that there are some very positive influences this year. This month, we start the year with your ruler Mars in the 9th house. So this is giving you a big push to really expand your life in some way. Maybe you're thinking about studying. Perhaps there's some energy for overseas connections and things like that. And it's just a great time to broaden your outlook on life. We also have Mercury going retrograde. I'll talk about that in a moment. And we have a really strange thing. Oh, it's not that strange. It's a bit strange. And that is we have a thing called the Black Moon on the 31st of January. If you're in the US or a few other countries. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, we don't have this because a black moon is actually when a new moon occurs twice in a calendar month. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand, our new moon actually occurs on the 1st of February. So because of the time difference, we're not in this. So it's like it brings brand new starts to the Americans. So that is a bit exciting. So I'll talk about, how that affects you in a moment. Just briefly, I like to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. I'll also have a look at your horoscope in depth and I'll do a psychic channeling at the end, so stick around for that. Okay, so I'm going to go to the main board now, and if you are new, subscribe and be alive and hit that notification bell. Okay, so yes, there's a few things happening. So Mercury retrograde from the 14th of January to the 3rd of February, plus a couple of weeks either side of these dates, in a thing called shadow period. So this means the energy of Mercury retrograde is coming on or going off, basically. It's not as strong, but if you have anything that's really important, like a contract, maybe not the best time to sign it, because when Mercury turns direct again, then something changes. You could change your mind, for example. The other thing is that Venus is also retrograde here in your 10th house here. Venus looks after your money, and this is to do with your career, your vocation, your reputation, your online status, for example. It's not the best time. So with these 2 planets in retrograde in this area of your life, try and put if you've got important decisions about career, maybe put them off until these planets go direct, okay? The interesting thing of the black moon in the 11th house, so that's just here, and this is on the 31st for Americans and a few other countries, but not for Australians and New Zealanders, as I've already explained, and ruler Mars in the 10th. Okay, I will talk about that more in depth. But let's choose these 2 tarot cards first and see what the cards have to say. All right, so shuffling them up. I've already pre-shuffled them, of course. Okay, I'm going to go with this one on top. Closing my eyes now for Aries in January 2022. What do I see? Okay, I don't know really what this means. Taking a soil sample. It's like there's some sort of thing I'm drilling down into the earth with, and I'm pulling out like a sample of soil. This could be to do with your body in some way. The earth is our body. Maybe even your local area, perhaps there's something going on with the soil. I'm not really sure what this means, to be quite honest. I've never seen it before. What else have we got? Oh, right. Okay, I do see a purse, a black leather purse. Have you lost one? I see it opening up, or it's even a handbag. I thought it was a wallet at first, and it's just opened up. It's a handbag. This could be to do with your identity or perhaps your money. So I will say with Venus here in your 10th house going retrograde, do be careful of how you spend. Okay, so the card that comes up is the Five of Wands. Sometimes this means there could be some sort of conflict. You have to sort of, might have to stand your ground in some way. There's some candles in the background. I think they're supposed to be candles or baseball bats that look like candles. There could be some sort of competition or struggle as far as dominance and power is concerned. So do be cautious of that. But you see, she's got the power. It's here in her fingertips, okay? The power of the pen. Perhaps you know, this could be something going on online. Maybe, yeah. Look, you know what I'm discovering? It's best not to engage. Even if you're 110% in the right, people, they're just never going to admit when they're wrong. It's such a rare thing. It's best not to engage if you find, you know, people just seem to want to argue. There's this sort of tense energy, and there's a lot of fear in the background as well. And so people are, generally speaking, are already on edge. So, yeah, that's what I'm coming to. Yeah, best not to engage. All right, but do stand your ground if you have to. Okay, so the second card as a theme card for you, Aries. See, and I'm just picking up on your spontaneity. It's like you have a brilliant flash in your mind and you want to act on it straight away. And sometimes it's just best to, you know, sort of slow down the process a bit so you can do what you have to do, but do it at a slower pace. The card that comes up is the Four of Wands. This is about opportunities, and in particular windows of opportunities. Okay, so this means there's an opportunity at a certain time, in a certain place, under certain circumstances. It's not open all the time, but it is quite good for growth. There's a lot of green leaves here, and I do want to say to do with your money or your work, and so you might find that a job offer comes up if you're looking for work. Certainly it's time for Aries to enjoy some of the fruits of their labour, to grab a reward while you can in January. Maybe you need a little break. Okay, so they're your two theme cards for the month. Now I'm just going to look at your horoscope in depth. Okay, so we have up to the 24th of January, Mars, your ruler, in the 9th house here, and it will go to the 10th. It will go to the 10th house. I'll come to that in a moment. But while it's in the 9th, this is about your philosophy, your spirituality, speaking out and having a lot of energy for it. And other people have their philosophy and their spirituality, and so you might find that there's some sort of disagreement with somebody, hence this card. It doesn't have to be an argument, by the way. It's just that you don't see eye to eye on some point. So just be aware that, yeah, you can defend your honour or defend your convictions, but other people have the right to do that as well, and you might just agree to disagree. There's a strong desire for action and adventure, and maybe you're looking at travelling, and do be cautious that you don't undertake any sort of risky type activity, you know, because you could be feeling much better actually, like you have more energy, and so you want to try and do more. Do be a little bit cautious and stay very present, because Mars is pushing you along with all that energy, trying to get you to think about the future. Up until the 20th of March, Uranus trines Sun. So this is through January, and I have talked about this before in previous months, but I'll mention it because it's such a lovely, great influence where it's a very upbeat and exciting time now. You've got increased enthusiasm and creativity, and other people notice this and they want to help you out in some way. You're likely to be quite original in some way, designing, creating things with fresh insight, and other people notice this. You feel less constrained and hemmed in by circumstances, and enjoyment is really the theme of the month. Okay, so that's exciting. Up to the 19th of January, Sun in your 10th house here, and this brings your career, reputation and role in the community to the forefront. Also your contribution to the world. You can make significant gains regarding your ambitions now, and you get recognition for your efforts. People are likely to give you credit for your accomplishments. It's an excellent time to ask for a promotion or engage the support of other people in authority. They can help you. Then we have Jupiter in the 12th house, so it's been sitting here for a while. That'll go up to the 10th of May. And it's just a fabulous time for you spiritually. There's a lot of healing, renewal, and rejuvenation. And if you can get some time out for some solitude, that would really help you. Whatever time you have out now, it's not a waste. It's actually an investment in your future, because this will give you outward success in the future time, sometime in the future. You could also be drawn to charity or volunteer work at this time. Up to the 10th of January, Saturn conjunct Saturn. You may have spent the new year doing some sort of self-assessment or life review, okay? You could feel more experienced and mature now, and you realise that some of, different aspects of your life are sort of maybe more childish, or, you at a younger level, and you're ready to let go of those. You may look at these things and just sort of make some decisions, but not do anything right about them right at the moment. But that's okay, because it is a time for reflection and reassessment, okay? Up to the 31st of January, Pluto conjuncts Pluto. This brings up a lot of deep-seated energies from your subconscious, and you could be more instinctual now. That's okay to be instinctual. We don't always have to understand everything, why we're doing things. We don't need to understand. Sometimes we're just compelled to do them, and that's okay. But if you want to spend money, do think logically and analytically about that, because especially with Venus retrograde here, looking after your money, it's not a great time. Up to the 25th of January, Mercury is in your 11th house, goes retrograde on the 14th. So Mercury here means that there's probably a lot of chit-chat, a lot of communications regarding groups, committees, or even with friends. And if you do participate in any such group, you'll find that the sense of community that you get from that is very helpful, and you want to think, you'll probably be thinking about how you can take part and contribute. It's a great time for socialising and talking with people you share common interests with. When Mercury does go retrograde in these dates, and maybe a bit of the shadow period before and afterwards, you might find that those energies slow down a bit and you're not quite as social. On the 2nd of January, there's a new moon in your 10th house, and this brings new beginnings in your house of vocation and life mission. Your reputation and social status will probably feature quite strongly. Whatever you do tends to be more open and more public than usual. The world sees more of your personal life, whether you want them to or not. Okay. Then we have from the 3rd to the 7th, Venus sextiling Neptune. This is great for harmony, beauty and kindness in your life. You feel tender and gentle towards other people, and perhaps you want to be of service to them in some way. It's like you're feeling a sort of sense of generosity towards others, and it'll make you happy. 7th to the 24th, Saturn sextiles Mars, brings cooperation and harmony with co-workers or colleagues. Any group endeavour is likely to be successful. Teamwork and coordinated effort is likely to be successful. Business and organisational meetings run smoothly. You're likely to have some degree of discipline and self-control, and the ability to concentrate more than usual. So it's a fabulous time for taking care of business, concentrating on tasks and organising your affairs. On the 17th, there's a full moon in your 5th house here, and it's a time for coming out of your shell, expressing real desires and real feelings, and openly displaying your caring you feel for other people. You could be feeling more playful, fun-loving. Leisure and pleasure is important, creativity is important, and it's also a time when something might come up about a new romance, okay? Maybe there's a bit of a churning down there in the subconscious, and romantic thoughts are coming into your mind, and maybe you want to do something about it. 18th of January to the 18th of February, Sun moves into your 11th house here, bringing involvements in clubs, social organisations and other groups. So that is a bit of a theme for you this month, being part of the community or a circle of friends and building your social networks. And you'll have fun doing that, by the way. 22nd of January to the 5th of March, Mars is in your 10th house. You are strongly motivated to achieve your professional goals, and personal recognition for your efforts is likely. But do watch this with Mars, because Mars sometimes has all of this energy that people don't have. Other people don't have it. So sometimes it causes incidents or ego conflicts. It can even cause accidents, because if you're not present thinking about what you're doing right now, you might be thinking about something in the future, or because Mars is quite future oriented, sometimes it can be some sort of incident. So watch that, and watch irritability and impatience. 21st of January to the 6th of February, Venus conjuncts the Sun. This is beautiful. Gives you a sort of personal magnetism that other people notice. They're quite appreciative of you. There's affection, and you get a lot of attention at this time, or more than usual. There's likely to be a desire for beauty, and your creative urges are strong. Maybe you want to beautify your surroundings, and you may pay particular attention to your appearance. It's a great time to treat yourself, to do something fun, okay, or just for fun. 24th of January to the 14th of February, Mercury moves into your 10th house. And this brings career planning strategies, thinking of concrete ways to make your dreams into reality, and sharing your thoughts with other people will be very fruitful now. It's a great time to communicate with somebody in a position to help you achieve your aspirations. Okay, so it's to the 14th of February, and Mercury retrograde is to the 3rd of February. So you'll find this period between the 3rd of February and 14th of February stronger for doing this. Okay, 21st of January to the 6th of February, Venus conjuncts the Sun. I talked about that one already. 31st of January, in America and a few other countries, there's a black moon in your 11th house. Okay, a black moon in your 11th house because 2 new moons in a calendar month cause every roughly 32 months, so you have this phenomenon occurring. So this brings new beginnings in groups, connections, making new friends, and you feel a deeper sense of community now. You want to deepen your relationship with other people. You attend functions and socialise and make new friends. So that's fabulous, and that's right at the end of the month. And remember, Venus is retrograde to the 29th, so that's when it all starts happening, when Venus turns direct as well. Okay, so that's your horoscope. Now I'm just going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you. Awesome Aries, for January 2022, there's a white door opening up in front of me. Somebody's handing me a microphone. Okay, this is a chance, maybe not when Mercury's retrograde, you know, outside those dates I gave you, 14th of January to the 3rd of February, but this is time to get your word out, okay, because it's like I'm on a stage, there's a microphone here and I'm talking, and it's all about getting your message out. So if you do it when Mercury is retrograde, your communication might be misunderstood or delayed in some way. You'll have to take extra care to make sure everything runs smoothly. There could be technical problems with sound equipment, for example, or if you're online doing Zoom or, you know, doing something here on YouTube, you might find technical issues. Now I see a power cord being plugged into the wall. This just means you're going to have more power. It's like, even if you delay when Mercury is retrograde, the power is still going to come to you, this spiritual power. So it's a great time for planning, maybe not such a great time for actually implementing and taking action when Mercury and Venus are retrograde. Okay, what else? Something else. What's that? The words are getting it out there. Get it out there. Okay, so here's the thing. Sometimes we have this sort of compulsion or this desire that we want to do it all perfect, and you miss an opportunity because you wait too long, because you're too busy getting it perfect. It's better to get it out into the world when it's at 80%. That's what I call my 80% rule, is get it out there when it's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. Imagine if I tried to get every video I did perfect. Oh my God. I wouldn't get a fraction done of what I get done. So it's about being, quick and snappy. Take reasonable care, but it does not have to be 100% perfect. And you'll feel this with Mars, because Mars will be pushing you to produce and be more productive and get ahead in whatever it is that you do, whether it's in your personal life or your business or professional life. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope this is useful for you. Let me know in the comments. I'm wishing you a very happy and memorable 2022, and here we are coming up to January, just the start. Okay, if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Have a wonderful month, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.